Hey guys, what's going on? It's Eli, back with another review video, and that's right, you read the title of this review, and in celebration of Valentine's Day, because, hey, this seems to be a perfect film to watch during Valentine's Day, and not to mention, this has been on Disney Plus, in which, yeah, I watched it on Disney Plus for the first time, yeah, I thought this was actually pretty good. Yes, I'm of course reviewing Rosaline. Yep, basically like the twist story of the Romeo and Juliet story. So yeah, and as I teased in the last review. So Rosaline, well, first off, yeah, the story. A comedic retelling of Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, told from the point of view of Romeo's jilted ex, Rosaline. The woman Romeo first claims to love before he falls for Juliet. So there you go, Juliet was not Romeo's first, it was, Rosaline, and I actually didn't realize, a little bit later when, Rosaline gets a visit from her cousin, Juliet, and it's just like, oh boy, this is gonna get intense. Of course, Juliet, of course, does find out that Romeo first fell in love with her cousin, Rosaline. So, Rosaline, I thought, was pretty good. I actually enjoyed this. I got some laughs from this film, and the cast was really good, of course, yeah, Rosaline being played by the one and only beautiful, talented actress, Caitlin Dever, because I remember her best, from Last Man Standing, and not to mention, she was also in the George Clooney and Julia Roberts film, Tickets to Paradise. Romeo, yeah, him being played by, well, where is he? Is he even listed in the... Oh, here he is, yeah. Kyle Allen. Always have the tablet, just in case. Kyle Allen, who plays Romeo. It's pretty funny, because, at one point they were going to meet each other again. Rosalind suggests that, he attends to this masquerade party, and she's running a bit late, because, well, at one point she is, because with this being a fairy tale and stuff like that, being, arranged marriage, you know what I'm saying? Arranged marriage, and Rosalind being arranged. And she's at one point arranged with Dario, played by Sean Teal. And it's kind of obvious, where things go between Rosalind and Dario later on this film. Well, because again, yeah, she's running late, and, she meets up with Dario at his boat. Romeo is at the masquerade party and just waiting for her. But of course, he stumbles upon Juliet, and Juliet being played by Isabella Marcid. I hope I'm saying her last name right. We remember her best, being the live-action Dora. Yep, Dora the Explorer. Vámonos. In the City of the Lost Gold. So yeah. So she is Juliet, and, Juliet and Romeo, they lock eye to eye, and also Juliet's nurse, who's also, but she's also, she would have to be Rosalind's nurse as well, because she's with Rosalind a lot on screen, they're together on screen a lot, so yeah, Juliet's nurse is played by Minnie Driver, what can you say about Minnie Driver? She's good in anything, and yeah, she was pretty funny in this. And Rosalind's father, Adrian, being played by Bradley Whitford. Bradley Whitford, he's a great actor, and yeah, anything he does. And also Lord Caplet, yeah, because Juliet being a Caplet and Romeo being a it's not showing the full name. That sucks. But, of course, they're both enemies. So we know how the story of Romeo and Juliet goes. So, Lord Caplet being played by Christopher McDonald. Good old Christopher McDonald, he's good in anything too. And Romeo's father being played by Nicholas Rowe. If I'm saying the last name right, I don't know. But, and also there was Rosaline's gay friend, I guess you could say, named Paris, played by Spencer Ration Stevenson? I think I got the middle name right, yeah. So, especially because of his personality, so, you could tell. There was also Steve, who I believe, because he was supposed to be delivering messages, from Rosaline to Romeo, and he's kind of an idiot, Steve being played by Nico Herrera. I hope I'm getting that last name right, too. But yeah. There were a lot of funny moments in this, as I said, and, even at times with, when Rosaline, when she says, shit, pretty funny, and, this isn't your typical average fantasy film. It feels, I don't know, because the way that the film is done, and the way that some of the characters are acting, especially Rosaline and Juliet, I don't know, I guess acting like average teenagers, or I don't know, but it's, you probably know what I'm talking about, and if you've seen this film. And, there are some sad moments, as I remember, and, scenes between Rosaline and Dario, even, Dario helping Rosaline at one point, trying to stop a wedding, but they almost get killed. That doesn't work out. And, even say Juliet, she was, her plan was to, drink a potion that would make her go to sleep, make everybody think that she's dead, and, she and Romeo would, of course, finally be together, and Rosaline, knows that Juliet's idea is the stupidest idea ever, and she uses the F-bomb. One use of an F-bomb in a PG-13 film, am I right? So, of course, this film does have a happy ending to it, Juliet and Romeo, they are, of course, finally together. Although, I'm pretty sure, they don't really finally get together, in any adaptation, and I guess in the book. If I am correct, both of them do die. And even say when their families think that they are dead, they actually do come to terms, they do get along finally, just fighting for no reason. Some cute moments between Dario and Rosaline, even when Dario is, explaining to Rosaline about love, and, even Romeo, because both to Rosaline and Juliet, he's not the best, when trying to talk and, trying to speak lovingly, you know what I'm saying? Man, Romeo, I guess, is kind of an idiot, but, he does really, he really does love and care Rosaline at first, and then to Juliet, so. And the happy ending to this film, well, was pretty good, because, after Romeo and Juliet, trick their families into thinking that they're dead, and, Rosaline, Dario, they're in on this, and so are Rosaline's father and the nurse, Minnie Driver, and we find out her real name is Janet, Nurse Janet. So that's pretty funny. So yeah, Romeo and Juliet, they're finally together. They take Dario's boat, off to where they're going to live, have their happily ever after. And Rosaline and Dario, they do finally get together, a happily ever after for, both Rosaline, Dario, and the same goes for Romeo and Juliet, of course. But in the mid-credit scene, there is a mid-credit scene. Things get awkward between both Romeo and Juliet because, well, it's a long journey for them. Only 7 hours to go, and Romeo just asking Juliet these questions. Do you like sports? What's your favorite food? And she likes pizza, but for him, he's lactose intolerant. And he likes one food that comes from a baby cow. So yeah, awkward between both Romeo and Juliet, so that was pretty funny. But what does it matter? It doesn't matter what, they like and don't like. That's not what matters, true love. You get my point. But anyways, so overall, I think this film was actually quite good. But obviously, there would be those that were just like, probably didn't enjoy this. And it was kind of cool because I found out and I saw in the credits that Sean Levy, he was one of the producers of this film, and yeah, that shows. So again, with all that being said, Rosaline, I think, was a pretty entertaining film. A funny twist to the Shakespeare story of Romeo and Juliet. And how do I rate Romeo and Juliet? Good question. Well, since I really did enjoy this, what the heck, I'm giving it, 8 out of 10 stars. And what about you guys? Did you enjoy Rosaline, and what did you think of my review? Leave comments, and give this review a like as always. So, with that being said, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed my review of Rosaline. More reviews coming your way. They're gonna be awesome. Keep looking forward, and I'll see you guys in the next video/review. And stay tuned, because the next review, well, gonna be reviewing another Disney direct-to-DVD sequel. And to give a hint, well, let's just say, returning back to the one land where you never ever have to grow up. Stay tuned for that. Take care, peace out, and happy Valentine's Day.